How's it going, you wonderful people? It's Jay, and in today's video we're going to be looking at our predictions for Nintendo in 2022. How is it 2022 already? Where did 2021 go? We've had an incredible year full of amazing experiences on Switch, and this year is no different. We start the year with Pokémon Legends Arceus coming up very soon. We have a gorgeous brand new Kirby adventure coming soon. We have Splatoon 3, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we have the sequel to Breath of the Wild 2. An incredible lineup already for Nintendo, but of course, there are loads of surprises and unannounced games coming up that hopefully Nintendo will show in a Direct or at E3. So today, we're going to look at our predictions for Nintendo in 2022. If you've seen our videos in the last year, you know I crave more Mario Kart content. Streaming the game has been super fun, but the series needs something fresh. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has been selling like hotcakes and is still the best selling Switch game to date. As of the end of September last year, it has sold 38.7 million copies. That's 40% of Switch owners who have the game. So does Nintendo need to do a new game? There are loads of rumours out there on Mario Kart 9 with teasers of a Nintendo Kart maybe, and given just how well Mario Kart 8 is doing, is it really worth splitting the audience and having a new game? I think Nintendo's plans may have changed and will instead get Mario Kart 8 DLC, retro tracks, new tracks, and the whole thing available to play as part of the Nintendo Online Expansion Pass. The Legend of Zelda Ports, where art thou? In early 2021 I speculated that we would get a Zelda 3D collection. That didn't happen, and instead we ended up with ports of Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask for the N64 online service, two amazing games with the latter due out this year. But what about HD versions of Twilight Princess and the Wind Waker that Nintendo already launched on the Wii U? These could need some little tweaks to get working on the Switch. Both can already have traditional controls and would look insanely good on a Switch OLED. But then we have the question of the Breath of the Wild sequel as well. Where will that slot into plans? I think Nintendo will save that big Zelda sequel for the end of the year, with Twilight Princess and Wind Waker coming as a double pack in the first half of 2022. Did anybody say GameCube? Nintendo still need to work on the Nintendo 64 selection, they still need to fix up certain games, they need to add controller mapping. But what about these other past classics on different consoles? The GameCube is already 20 years old, and it has loads of classics that could be ported over to Switch, and the same goes for the iconic Game Boy, Game Boy Color and Advanced set of games. There are loads that could easily be brought over, from classic Mario platformers to the original Pokémon adventures, and having a handful of games from each of these classic platforms dropping each month would be a great way to relive these classic gems and keep it going. If you've seen our video on the 2022 gaming anniversaries, you will know that Metroid Prime is celebrating its 20th anniversary this year. The groundbreaking transition to 3D saw the powerful bounty hunter Samus explore a brand new perspective. It was a little bit risky taking a successful 2D setup and turning it into a first-person adventure, but it works incredibly well. With the fourth game said to be in the works, and after the success of Metroid Dread, there is definitely enough room for more Metroid. There have been rumours from insiders that the focus might be on just re-releasing the first Prime game instead of porting the entire trilogy, but whatever Nintendo decides to do, I think we'll definitely see more bounty hunting this year. Could we see a new Donkey Kong game developed by Nintendo? It's been a while since Nintendo worked on the Cheeky Simian series, with other studios taking on that license. Rumours from the last year are that the team behind Super Mario Odyssey are working on something Donkey Kong related. Insiders suggest it could be a hybrid between 2D and 3D, perhaps even weaving in classic side-scrolling mechanics and something that leans a little bit more towards Donkey Kong 64 in style. With the Switch already having two massive 3D Mario games, perhaps this year could be the one for other faces to take on that platforming mantle, with a new Mario adventure reserved maybe for a classic 2D approach instead. Surely a new set of Pokemon remakes just has to happen this year. It seems absolutely relentless with a brand new Pokemon game, remakes, expansion passes added every single year. We've been spoilt for choice on the 3DS and Switch. Some content has been top tier, some a little bit trubbish. With Pokemon Legends Arceus launching this month, it leaves a whole 11 months devoid of any Pokemon content. Perhaps Nintendo and the Pokemon Company could throw in some spin-offs like a new Stadium game, or a new Mystery Dungeon game, even DLC for Arceus, but it leaves the main slate a little empty. Could we end up getting Pokemon Let's Go sequels towards the later half of the year? It could have been a good window. And speaking of Pokemon's side series, how about a brand new Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game? It's been a good few years since the port of Rescue Team, and a good few years since the latest entry in the long-running series on 3DS. It's about time these critters team up for more dungeon crawling antics, and 2022 could be a good window for a welcome return to the Mystery Dungeon series. It could be a great way as well to build up some of that Generation 8 Pokemon that seem to have been a bit neglected since the release of Sword and Shield, and perhaps even drawing some inspiration from the lore established in Arceus as well. Remember Star Fox Zero? The game will be turning 6 this year, and it deserves a reworking and a port on the Switch. It came out towards the end of the Wii U's lifespan and ended up with a bit of a mixed reception due to very fiddly and overcomplicated controls. Experimental, a bit clever, it just needed players to have 4 hands to really play it well. Just me? Maybe. But either way, the space adventure looked gorgeous and has loads of stories to tell Fox McCloud and his team. Reworking the controls towards a more classic approach on Switch, adding new missions, online features would make a solid return to the series. Anyone remember the iconic Mario Strikers series? It's been a long time since the Mushroom Kingdom crew put on their football boots and went for glory. Without a release on the Wii U and 3DS and Switch so far, it may be an unlikely candidate for 2022, but Nintendo have been dishing out fresh sports games in recent years. We've already had tennis, we've had golf, so football could be the next step and something a little bit different, given how it's been over a decade since the last release. You never know, football aficionados. We've already made 2 videos on the possibilities, and it just has to happen. It has to happen. Given the wealth of classic content Nintendo could pull from, having additional content for Mario Party Superstars would be a great addition to the game. It would prevent the need just to build another Mario Party release, and it would be a welcome addition for fans. A win-win for Nintendo. Throw in retro boards, extra characters, and a sprinkling of mini games, and we will be there. So there you go, our predictions for Nintendo in 2022. What did you think? Do you think some of these will come true? Are we talking absolute nonsense? Let us know your thoughts with a comment below. And if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button. If you want to see more geeky, more gaming, more Nintendo videos, you may want to subscribe. And before you move on to the next video, be sure to check out our exclusive merch, Geeky and Gaming Designs, voted for by you. Links are in the description below. Thank you so much for all your support. And there we go, 2022 for Nintendo, Pokemon, Donkey Kong, Mario Kart and everything in between. Hopefully, some of these things will come true. We'll see you on the other side.